Boo! Hi! It's so good to see you! Happy New Year's! How are you doing today? Got any hangovers from parties or get-togethers? Alright, I'll slow down a little. Actually, before we do that, let me get some coffee first. Is there anything you want? I heard there's this really great new coffee. Gingerbread, was it? Do you want to try it? Aw, aren't you the sweetest? Ordering for both of us already. You are so kind. So, what did you get us? Wait, you ordered us that gingerbread coffee? How did you know about it? I mean, it's only announced yesterday. I thought it was one of the first people that was aware of it. Really? Damn, she told you before me, huh? I need to have a talk with Fulu about what is proper friend code. Mostly telling me about what new coffees come out first. I mean, I want to surprise you. Of course I want to know first. Anyways, how are you doing? Good to hear. Glad you aren't having any hangovers. I myself have an ever so slight one, but hey, you only live once, right? You gotta make the most of it. Yeah, I went to Rachel's party. It was a lot of fun and everyone was dancing and drinking the whole night. I didn't drink as much, but I had some. I understand that is not your cup of tea, but nothing wrong with that now, is it? To each their own, after all. Exactly. So, what have you been doing on New Year's Eve? Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. After all, the most important thing is to have fun, don't you think? Exactly, and I mean, think about it. It's 2024 already, and people are still criticizing others for things they like. I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, who cares what you do in your free time? I like to go to parties and have fun with my friends by going out, but I'm an extrovert. Some people might not want to do that. I mean, I can totally see why others want to rest up, play video games, or perhaps go to the gym on their own or with a group of friends. After all, it's just fine. I don't really care what one does, as long as they accept me going out. Exactly. It is actually one of my New Year's resolutions. Yeah, it is one to be less judgmental of others in my life, both strangers that I come across and my friends and family. I mean, no, I'm not too judgmental. I don't think, at least. But it doesn't mean I can improve. I notice that even still, I sometimes judge others on what they do or wear, how they act, etc. I think it would be a lot more kind and really well for me, actually, to, instead of judging people and talking down about them or thinking down about them, being more respectful and open-minded. Perhaps I'll even discover some new things I like. It's something I'm gonna continue working on in the new year. What about yourself? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Finally! It's about time you got on the bandwagon. I know you think they're childish, but there's nothing wrong with a set of new intentions for the year, do you think? Yeah, and although New Year's resolutions usually fail, I think by mindfully setting goals and really thinking about what you want, you will genuinely get some good goals out. So, what are they? Your goals, silly. What are your resolutions for the year? If you want to share, of course. I'm curious, come on. What things do you want to work on? And please don't say things like get rich. I don't think that's a fair goal, and I will judge on that. No, although I understand that you might want to get rich, I don't think that should be your New Year's resolution. It's not in your own control for 100%, and it's not something that you can really measure outside of how much money do I earn. I think resolutions are more for improvements of the self. But that is just me. I mean, if someone really wants to use, like, you know, money as a goal, then go ahead, I guess. Just don't involve me in it. Oh, really? More courage, you say? In a specific aspect of life or in general? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful either way, but I want to know. Well, maybe I can help you a little. Setting a goal is one thing, sure, but the goal behind setting that goal is achieving it. Wouldn't it be nicer then instead of just talking about it, you also do set goal? I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I think it's a lovely goal to want to work to. Really, being more honest with people and how you talk with them, I think it will help you open up a lot more as well. Not that you have to, but to be honest, it would help you make a lot more connections. Right. Not everyone is like me. Sorry. But see, this is what I mean. I want to work on being more open-minded and realizing not everyone thinks the same way and doesn't always want the same thing as me. That will take some time now. Anyways, I think that being more honest with people and, being brave in general are two great goals. Perhaps we can practice a little while we're waiting? Yeah, of course right now, silly. I mean, what better person to practice with than your best friend? I'm sure there are things that I don't know about you yet, even though we've known each other for 5 years? 6? Yeah, it's been a while. But why don't you tell me something that you've been wanting to tell me for any time period at all? That way you can practice with a safe person. Oh, wait a second. Coffee's here. Thank you. I mean it. Do you want to practice with me, or would you prefer to keep it to yourself for now? I don't really mind either way, but it seems like there was something you were thinking of and about to say before the coffee interrupted us. Oh, I see. Well, if you do have something to admit to me, what is it? I would love to hear it. Any chance to get to know my best friend better is a chance I'll take. That makes sense. If you're too shy to say it out loud, that's perfectly fine. You can come over here and whisper it to me if you'd like. Or perhaps more reasonable would be to give me a text. I mean, sure, although it doesn't exactly mean you'll say what you want to say to me. It doesn't mean it don't be, honest about it. I don't think that communication does specifically have to be verbal. It can also be written. Yeah, sometimes writing an honest email is easier and less confrontational than going up to your boss and saying that they are doing stuff wrong. It's about not just doing the communicating, but finding the right ways to communicate as well. Exactly. I promise you, baby steps are a lot better than running straight in. Try it. Text me whatever you wanted to say. I don't mind, okay? This will help me also work on my goal. Give me 1 second to read this. Do you mean this? I mean, do you mean all of this? Do you really like me in such a way? I mean, do you care about me that much? I love you too. I do. I mean, I was afraid to say it because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. I want you to feel comfortable around me and not feel like I'm just keeping you around because of these feelings, because you're an amazing person. But to hear you love me too, this is amazing. I'm so grateful. I'm sorry that I caused you so much doubt about my feelings. I should have been more upfront. But thank you for being honest with me. And the next time you'll be honest, I'm sure it will lead to more ratings. Anyways, since we both like each other, do you want to turn this little get-together into an official date? I mean, yeah, we're in a coffee shop, we're having a beautiful little coffee. Why not turn it into an official date? I mean, we're here anyway. I'd love that. Hey Whispers, Happy New Year's! The speaker isn't the only one who has a New Year's resolution. I have one too. I want to start working on getting higher quality audios and having more frequent uploads. So that's something I'm going to be working towards without having to stress myself out. What about you? What are your goals? Tell me in the comments and let's chat about it. Again, Happy New Year's, and let's have a wonderful year.